Hi, my name is ColdBeer, and let's start with the forest. How strong are your balls? I guess this is not the question you hear every day. Well, I really hope not, because if you do, you need help. Anyway, I'm not talking about your strange family, I'm talking about the forest. This game will ask you this question over and over again, because alongside the sandbox part, where you cut the trees, lay traps, build houses and free roam the whole world, there is that flesh-eating cannibal part of the game, where you have to defend yourself against a clan of genetic mutant enemies. They are not just usual monsters you can shoot without any regret. They have beliefs, families, morals, and appear almost human. You can still shoot them without any regret anyway, who cares? But the one thing is for sure here, nights are scary in the forest, so you'll need really tough mental balls to survive them. Batman: Arkham Knight. Here, obviously, you will become Batman. The game comes with the introduction of the Batmobile and enhancements to signature features, such as free-flow combat, stealth, forensics, and navigation. The main feature, the Batmobile, is brought to life with an original design featuring a distinct visual appearance and a full range of high-tech gadgetry. It is designed to be fully drivable throughout the game world and capable of transformation from high-speed pursuit mode to military-grade battle mode. Vehicle sits at the heart of the game's design and allows you to race the streets at high speeds and catch most dangerous villains. Batmobile also augments your abilities in every aspect, from navigation and forensics to combat and puzzle solving. People on Steam are saying that Arkham Knight looks better than most games today and is immensely fun. The reviews are around 90%. The game is great. Heavy Rain. Here you'll experience a psychological thriller filled with innumerable twists and turns. Here every choice matters and the endings are many. Here you'll try to solve the mystery and hunt a murderer known as the Origami Killer, named after his personal style of leaving behind folded paper shapes at crime scenes. So here 4 characters, each following their own leads and with their own motives, must take part in a desperate attempt to prevent the killer from claiming his next victim. You need to think fast and act even faster, as every choice and move you make can result in a dramatic, game-changing consequences, and even determine who lives and who dies. Or maybe you are the killer the whole time. It's not a spoiler or something, I haven't played this game so far, but I am really tempted now. I like games like Detroit Become Human, Wolf Among Us and similar story-rich tales, so how this story ends is entirely up to you. Frostpunk. If you ever had a dream to make children work in the mines, this game will fulfill this dream of yours in no time. Frostpunk is a city management and building game, but with heavy survival elements and resource management mechanics. You will be in charge of a steampunk society that survived the collapse of civilization. But sometimes it's better to perish with the others than to be governed by a maniac like you. Just remember those children you sent into the mines. Anyway, you know, their hands are tiny but they are fast. Some of them might die. Their parents will organize a coup against you, but, you know, you can't rebel if you're dead. You know, you rebel, you die. Also, in this way, you will have less people to feed. Everything falls in place like mayonnaise on the potato salad. Since the premiere, Frostpunk has been enriched with a number of updates. Now you can enjoy the new Endless mode that increases the game's replayability. There is also a new scenario, the Fall of Winterhome, that further expands the game's universe and lore. And for the dessert, they added things like naming characters and automatons, and finally a photo mode. The game has about 90% of positive review score on Steam and is great for everyone who likes to dive into a post-apocalyptic world and make it better. Or worse. Way worse. Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2. This is a third-person shooter where you will be able to play not only as a plant, as usual, but as a zombie as well. Here you'll find around 100 different playable character variants. You will engage in up to 24-player online battles in different modes, and when I say that, I mean it. The game was released a few years ago, but there are around 1,000 players online, on a good day, so the game is alive and kicking. Not like zombies in this game, they are for sure long dead, although they can kick, probably. Maybe. Anyway, there are also 4-player co-op and even solo options available. You won't find any campaign here, however you can play solo against AI in any game mode if you want. Game has 12 maps and around 90% positive reviews. What's not to like? Beyond Two Souls. Here you will take on the role of Jody, a woman born with a connection to a mysterious entity with incredible powers. And I'm talking about real powers, not like those possessed by your uncle. You know, his incredible power to drink a few liters of vodka and still drive home. No, the thing is real here, and your actions will determine Jody's fate as she faces extraordinary challenges and danger on a journey to discover the truth of who she really is. If you like games similar to Life is Strange or Detroit Become Human, this is another great title for you, but with a little bit more action. And if you are in doubt, you can download a free demo version on Steam and see what this game is really all about. XCOM 2. What can I say, this is a legendary turn-based game, a franchise to which all similar games are compared. So here 20 years have passed since world leaders offered an unconditional surrender to alien forces. XCOM, the planet's last line of defense, was left decimated and scattered. Now the aliens rule Earth, building breathtaking cities that promise a brilliant future with lots of potato salad for humanity. But at the same time concealing a sinister agenda of putting pineapples in every food you like and eliminating all who dissent from their new order. All you have to do is to regain control of the Earth. It may sound easy, and it is, because you are awesome and aliens suck balls. Show them who's the boss. Just keep in mind that the game is addictive. I've seen guys with 4,000 hours of gameplay on record. That's half a year of gameplay. And if you include sleep and bathroom breaks, you get a whole year. That is crazy, be careful. Black Mesa. This is actually a Half-Life, just with better graphics and better, you know, everything. Keep in mind that this is not just a simple remaster, this is a quality remake that expands the scope of the original and massively improves its final chapters. The game is made by fans, and it is made so well that it is an owner of overwhelmingly positive reviews. And to be honest, today Black Mesa is the best way to experience Half-Life. No clunky old-school graphics, no compatibility problems, great gameplay, and a really interesting, suspenseful story. To say short, Half-Life is awesome, and Black Mesa may be the greatest way for you to play it. People on Steam are saying that Black Mesa is one of the best remakes ever made, and the game doesn't give you any reason to disagree with these wise words. Prison Architect. Welcome to the prison. And not a prison of your mind you're living in right now, but a real one. Well, real is a relative term here. The game works somehow similar like any dungeon manager game. Well, more like literally the same. Except your inmates do not have as much of free will here, if you know what I mean. Anyway, here you will build an amazing maximum security prison where you can be a sadistic tyrant and torture your inmates. Or, I don't know, Norwegian prison where inmates live better than people in freedom in most of the countries. I just saw on TV one documentary and their prisoners had better TVs and furniture than I do at my home. So, you know, you can help me out by supporting me on Patreon or joining here on YouTube. By the way, did you know that Prison Architect has a 3D mode as well? This is not a mod or something, you can turn it on or off anytime you want. Just don't drop the soap. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. This is one of my favorite games I have ever played. Yeah, I am a fan of Star Wars, and my whole childhood I dreamed of becoming a Sith, so I could teach people I don't like a lesson. From all Souls-like games, Fallen Order had the most satisfying combat I've seen since the times of the third Witcher, and I probably liked it so much because it reminded me of those sword dances I did as a Geralt. The game started slow, but the more I played, the more powerful I got. You know, skills like running on walls or throwing spinning lightsaber into a bunch of puny enemies are not given to you all at once. At the beginning you suck as a Jedi, even some random rat can kill you if you are not careful enough. So I died a lot. But later I became a real combat god because I discovered a story mode difficulty. Yeah, this is a Souls-like game even noobs like me can enjoy. Trailmakers. Here you will build a car, plane or boat, or mash them all together as a transforming car plane boat and explore the world. You can play the campaign, learn the basics of building and try piloting various vehicles. Go to one of the sandbox maps and build a mechanical potato you always dreamed of owning in real life. The game offers a variety of weapons you can use to build the biggest, baddest vehicle and utilize it against your foes or even friends in epic skirmishes. From miniguns to rocket launchers, bombs and smart guns. Your preferred choice of mayhem is waiting for you here. People are saying that the game is super fun and a bit addictive. Some of the players have hundreds of hours of playtime on record, so be aware that this game may keep your virginity safe and sound for a long time. Gris. Here you will play as a young girl lost in her own world, dealing with a painful experience in her life. Probably someone put a slice of pineapple in her potato salad, and she can't recover after that.
Oh, the horror.
So as the story unfolds, you will grow emotionally and see the world in a different way, revealing new paths to explore using your new abilities. Here you won't encounter any enemies, there is no danger or death. And just look how beautiful this game is. The art style is absolutely stunning. People on Steam are saying that not only the art, but absolutely everything in this game is great. Music, gameplay, and even the story will leave you gobsmacked. And it's not so hard to believe in those words. Just look at it. There aren't many things that are as beautiful as this game. Well, except boobs. Sorry, Gris, you lose on this one. Tomb Raider. It is in the 80th place among the best rated Steam games of all time. Yeah, I was surprised as well. So it's fair to say that this is the best Tomb Raider game ever released. And if you were thinking about playing some game from this franchise but couldn't decide where to start, there is your answer. Start with this one. I probably don't even have to say that this game is a proud owner of an overwhelmingly positive review score. Although Tomb Raider is quite short, you can probably beat it in one weekend over 2 longer sessions of gameplay. That also makes it perfect for those who don't like games with 50 or more hours of story. What Remains of Edith Finch. Overwhelmingly positive review score should grab your attention. 17-year-old Edith Finch is the last surviving member of the eccentric Finch family. All of her closest relatives and family have died violently at a young age, leading to rumors about a family curse. Now she's on her way to her Finch mansion, a bizarre ramshackle building hidden deep within the forest of the state of Washington. Once there, she intends to research her family's history and learn the truth behind the alleged curse. While this can sound like a horror game, it's actually just a tale about one family that is more interesting than your family, or mine. People are saying that this is more than just a game, it is a unique form of art. Graveyard Keeper. Here you can make candles from human fat, burn witches, and even sell mystery meat to the local tavern. Well, you and I, we both know that this is human flesh from corpses, but nobody else has to know, right? That is not a question, by the way. You know, you wouldn't want to visit a local tavern as a special guest. You know, I like you. Anyway, Graveyard Keeper is the most accurate medieval cemetery management sim of all time, because obviously there are no other medieval cemetery management games. You'll build and manage your own graveyard and expand into other ventures while finding shortcuts to cut the costs. Use all the resources you can find. After all, this game is about the spirit of capitalism and doing whatever it takes to build a thriving business. If you have guts, try this game. If not, you can always harvest some from a fresh dead body. Strange Horticulture. Here you'll find and identify new plants, pet your cat, speak to a coven, or join a cult. Use your growing collection to influence the story and unravel dark mysteries. You are a citizen of a charming town surrounded by hag-infested forests and rugged mountains. You are the horticulturist, owner of a local plant store. As a cast of colorful customers come by your shop, you are quickly thrust into an occult mystery stretching back hundreds of years. Explore the lands beyond your store to find new plants, but be careful. The dark woods and lakes are not always friendly to a simple herbalist. You might discover powers beyond your wildest nightmares, or lose your mind completely. Game has an overwhelmingly positive review score, it's a true masterpiece. If you like interesting, non-cliché stuff, it's a must-play for you. Unrailed. This is a chaotic railroad construction game where you work alone or way better together with your friends as a team to build a train track across endless procedurally generated worlds. You will master encounters with its inhabitants, upgrade your train and keep it from derailing. That is easier to say than to do, believe me. Chaos will overwhelm you and your bodies more than once. The game is not as dramatic as Overcooked games, for example, but you can for sure understand what will happen if you fail to communicate. This game has pretty good AI as well, so if your friends are dead, or if you are dead to them, then playing this game with the help of friendly AI will be fun as well. Command & Conquer Remastered Collection. These games were pinnacles of the RTS genre about 25 years ago, and now they are both fully remastered in 4K. That sounds amazing and plays floppy disks of nostalgia in my brain. In this release you will find all 3 expansion packs, rebuilt multiplayer, a modernized UI, map editor, and over 7 hours of legendary remastered music by Frank Klepacki. If you are old enough to play these games when they were initially released, this is the best way to relive these days with way better graphics. Here you'll find many cool things, like upscaled cinematic cinematic footage, enhanced sidebar UI, leaderboards for one-on-one matches, replays, 250 multiplayer maps, and even official mod support. But if you actually want a modern RTS game with all the cool stuff, these remastered games will not satisfy your needs. Go and play StarCraft 2 instead. It's free and it's awesome. Titan Quest Anniversary Edition. Initially the game was released in 2006, so it would be outdated by now, but thanks to this major overhaul, it is not. And it has more than 90% of positive reviews, so please, nail down your attention if you like games like Diablo. So if you ever played the old version, keep in mind that here you will get better resolutions, larger camera distance, multiplayer, mod support, Steam achievements, improved enemy and pet AI, countless bug fixes, dozens of new heroes, and so on. Titan Quest is a great game, one of the most beloved by the action RPG community, and I couldn't recommend it to you enough. It's literally like a potato itself in a potato salad, and people on Steam are saying that this is a masterful variation of Diablo formula and an absolute must-play if you like isometric hack-and-slash titles. Enter the Gungeon. This is a bullet hell dungeon crawler following a band of misfits seeking to shoot, loot, dodge roll and table flip their way by reaching the legendary treasure, the gun that can kill the past. Imagine if you had one, you could kill your stupid decision to become whatever you are right now and become a doctor of ding-dongs instead. Be famous, have many fans, it's not too late, you know, you can still change everything. Anyway, you'll select your hero or team up in co-op and battle your way to the bottom of the Gungeon, surviving a challenging and evolving series of levels filled with dangerously adorable bosses. The score is overwhelmingly positive, so you can't go wrong with this one. Planet Coaster. Here you'll build and design roller coaster parks with attention to detail and manage your park in a truly living world. This game makes a designer out of everyone. Well, a really bad designer out of most of us, to be fair, but hey, that still counts. You will lay paths, build scenery, customize rides and make everything in your park unique with piece-by-piece construction. You will have over 1,000 unique building components at your disposal. And not only the rides need your attention here, you will play with nature and reshape the land beneath your feet. Sculpt the landscape to raise mountains, form lakes, dig caverns and even build islands in the sky. Then weave coasters through your park above the ground and below. People are saying that this game is even worth the full price without a doubt. It has everything you may need for your evenings to be more fun, so this is a deal you probably shouldn't ignore. Wall World. This is a mining roguelite with tower defense elements and a very affordable price. Here you'll explore procedurally generated mines and discover fantastical biomes, find resources and technologies and purchase valuable upgrades, fight off hordes of aggressive monsters using your mobile base and roam the world freely day and night in various weather conditions, find traces of the others and boldly mine where no man has mined before. The game has a really fun concept, beautiful art style and reminds me a bit of a Dome Keeper, another beautiful indie game. People on Steam are saying that the game has a great replay value and a bit of a boring ending, but this game is the journey, not the destination. SOMA. Here you'll explore an abandoned underwater facility in the bottom of the ocean. You don't know what happened here, where everybody is and what is your purpose.
You passed butter!
Oh my god.
Although soon enough you will find out that you are not alone here. You will walk through creepy corridors, experience weird paranormal events and all the time feel the hundreds of meters of water above you. And not everybody you'll meet on this journey will be willing to give you a direction or two. Most of the inhabitants will be willing to make a potato salad out of you instead, so be careful. If you played any Amnesia game, be aware that SOMA's gameplay is basically the same, just set in absolutely different place. The game has a few jump scares, but in general it is a slow burner, where the game takes its time to create the atmosphere of claustrophobic loneliness, pretty much like in Alien Isolation. You know that no one will help you in the time of need, and that time of need will definitely come, probably not once and not twice. SOMA has a great story, cool ending, and is a masterpiece in general. Alan Wake. On Steam it has 90% of positive reviews, so that should keep your attention here. And while Alan Wake is a bit older game, it only means that it stood the trials of time really well. It is presented in the style of a TV series and features action as well as storytelling sequences. As you dive deeper and deeper into the mystery, you'll face overwhelming odds, plot twists and cliffhangers. Yeah, actual cliffhangers in the game, that's cool. It's only by mastering the fight with light combat mechanic that you can stay one step ahead of the darkness. I should probably say that this is a full version of the game, with all the DLCs, improved resolution and all the other stuff you don't really care about if you never played the game. It's good, I do recommend it. Carrion. This is a reverse horror game in which you assume the role of a shapeless blob of doom. You will stalk and consume those that imprisoned you and spread fear and panic everywhere you slither. Your goal is to eat as many puny humans as possible, although the main goal is to escape the facility. Here you'll be able to mind control people as well, and after the control part, feast on their delicious fleshy bodies. The game sometimes is a bit of a maze, since there is no map, so you will have to find where to go all by yourself. But when you see, or more likely be the cause of, all the gore and violence, it is totally worth it. This is a cute, almost 5-hour adventure, so be careful. The game might leave you longing for more blood. Besiege. This is a physics-based building game in which you construct medieval siege engines and lay waste to immense fortresses and peaceful villages. Build a machine which can crush windmills, wipe out battalions of brave soldiers and transport valuable resources, defending your creation against cannons, archers and everything else. Game looks beautiful, the art style is 10 ColdBeers out of 10, and the same is difficulty, at least at the beginning, because my machines did more harm to themselves than to their surroundings. Anyway, I promise you that after a bit of practice you will build your incredible mechanical potato of terror and destroy some peaceful castles. Journey. This is a very different game if you compare it to anything else in the gaming world. Here you will have to traverse the desert, learn the fate of ancients and dive into dangerous ruins. Or not dangerous, just beautiful. You can't fight here. Running away is also not an option. If you encounter an enemy, the only way for you to survive is to hide. But don't worry, this is not some hide-and-seek game. Enemies are very rare. The thing you will do mostly here is traveling. You will be on a journey. It's a relaxing game, you don't need almost any skills to finish it. It's just a beautiful adventure with amazing visuals, and you have all my recommendations. Warhammer 40,000 Mechanicus. Take control of one of the most technologically advanced armies in the Imperium, the Adeptus Mechanicus. Here you lead the expedition on the newly rediscovered planet and will try to seize the power. You can customize your team, manage resources, discover long-forgotten tech and control your tech priests every move. People on Steam are saying that this game is highly addictive, well-written and can be appealing not only for Warhammer fans but also for simple folk that never even heard the word. I doubt the last one, but it's really hard to find any negative feedback. More than 90% of the reviews are positive, so really close to overwhelmingly positive title. Slime Rancher. Last time I checked, it held 18th place among the best games on Steam. Yeah, it is ranked higher than Counter-Strike, Half-Life 2, Dishonored or Fallout New Vegas.
Incredibile!
So this is a charming first-person sandbox experience. You will play a plucky young rancher who sets out for a life 1,000 light years away from Earth. Each day will present new challenges and risky opportunities as you attempt to amass a great fortune in the business of slime ranching. Collect colorful slimes, grow crops, harvest resources and explore the untamed wilds. Also here you can complete daily requests from other ranchers to get bonus rewards. Earn money to upgrade your stuff, build more corals and expand your ranch. This is a relaxing and fun game, very suitable after a hard work day or as a casual time burner when you have nothing else to do. Well, in that case you can go and make delicious potato salad instead. Darkest Dungeon. In this challenging turn-based roguelite RPG, you will recruit and train heroes and send them to battle in a variety of dungeons. Yeah, as always, send others to do your own job. The interesting part is that these said heroes are very, human. In-game they will battle not only enemies but also stress, fear and lack of potato salad, by which I mean hunger. So you will uncover strange mysteries and pit the heroes against an array of fearsome monsters. Game may not look like it's a lot of fun, but it is, believe me. Even though people love this game, at times it can seem punishing and unfair. But in general, Darkest Dungeon is fun if you like numbers, strategy and turn-based combat. Also, players are seeing many similarities with H.P. Lovecraft stories, like The Alchemist and famous Call of Cthulhu as well, not to mention overall dark and gloomy vibes. Blasphemous. This game is a true work of art. I don't think that any of you will argue with me about that. Art-wise, this is one of the best examples of Metroidvania and Souls genre collision. Interesting thing is that the major influence of Blasphemous' story and design was the religious art of the city of Seville in Spain, and also works of famous Spanish painters, especially Francisco Goya and his 200-year-old painting called A Procession of Flagellants, or Flagellants, I have no idea how to say it. If you want some nightmares before bed, just Google Goya's paintings. They are are as great as they are creepy. People on Steam are saying that the game has incredible dynamic music and amazing voice acting. Also, some dudes are seriously stating that Blasphemous was a gateway drug to a 2D indie platformer games from AAA Souls-likes, so it can really expand your horizons, but mostly here you will just die and die again. And now thank you for watching, have a nice day, and I'll see you next time.